Thomas Alva Edison had invented the gramophone record, and when he recorded his own voice and when he played that particular gramophone plate, he had a dog there, and when he started playing that record, his dog listened to the voice of his master, and the dog started barking that the voice of the master is coming from a plate. So Thomas Alva Edison became so happy that the voice which is stored in the gramophone plate is being identified by his own dog. When Thomas Alva Edison started his gramophone company, he called the company as HMV, his master's voice. And he put the dog symbol only for the company, because dog's master was Edison himself. So he kept the name of the company in such a way that even Edison's name is also coming and dog's identity is also coming. That way it was called as HMV, his master's voice. Now, after a few years, one day he thought, I should have one particular gramophone plate being recorded, and I should preserve it in my museum. So he thought, what should I record in this particular gramophone plate? And he kept on asking so many people about what can be stored in this gramophone plate and it can be preserved such that I'll be happy to store it in a museum. Someone told that you contact Max Muller. He is one of the greatest scholars as of now. You can ask him, and in whatever Max Muller advises, that can be stored in this particular gramophone plate. So Thomas Alva Edison contacted Max Muller. Max Muller told him, I'm going to chant one particular verse and you store that particular verse. And Thomas Alva Edison agreed. Now Max Muller chanted the very first verse that is written in the Rig Veda. Agnimile purohitam yajnasya devam ritvijam hotaram ratnadhatamam. This is the very first sentence of the Rig Veda. Now Max Muller chanted this and Thomas Alva Edison recorded this. Later on, Thomas Alva Edison asked Max Muller what is so special about this particular verse. Then Max Muller told, this is a very holy sentence. This is the very first spoken as well as written sentence on this earth. Because the first writing started in the land called Bharata, or at that time it was called Aryavarta. The Bharatiyas, or the Indians, were the people who invented the method of recording the speech in the written form. So Max Muller himself has told in his books that when in other parts of the world, when people are involved in killing each other, raping ladies, or looting people, when people were living like barbarians in a land called Bharata, people were meditating below the trees and were trying to find out the real truth of